told him I fundamentally believe the biggest key to not falling into that trap is our ability to stop comparing ourselves with other people, because that is the killer. That is the thing that causes us to never feel content, to reach a state of you know what, I'm happy.
Do you struggle with that mythological subject we all call work-life balance? If so, trust me, you're not alone. My name is Marcus Sheridan, and this is my journey as a professional speaker and business consultant, trying to make my impact on the world while at the same time striving to be the best husband, father, and giver I can be. Friends, welcome to The Balance. So, today we are in Ellicott City, Maryland, and there's a big youth conference, and I'm giving a talk on the power of listening. How many questions did I just ask him? Like 5 or 6. Now, he likes baseball, but really, what do we know about, what's your name again? Ian. What do we know about Ian now?
He loves action.
This guy likes action. You ask questions, the magic is never in the first question. It's always in the second question, or the third, or the fourth. Good to get back. Good group of kids. Not a big group, but it was a fun group, and it's great. Love seeing. You know, you could be doing a million things, but they're attending an event like this and trying to be their best selves. Everything went great. It was a great group of kids. Like, they were, you know, I could tell when I asked the first question they were going to be a good, fun, engaged. It wasn't pulling teeth. They were happy and they loved it. It was great. It was nice. It was real nice. Good to be good to ride a different horse for once. Cool. Well, I love ya. Looking forward to seeing you later.
Come on, JT.
Goodness.
Are you hooked up too, son?
Yeah.
Tumble it up. Oh, he's a beast. Look at that big.
There's no way you're gonna get it.
Okay.
Watch your face.
Oh, my sunglasses. Snap the line.
Yeah, I knew that was gonna happen.
That's totally fine.
At least we would say that would have gotten up.
Yeah, he's going to, that'll come off and everybody will be happy. Everybody wins. That was awesome. Give it up for being in, like, the most epic skate haven in the history of the world. My boy's been wanting to catch a stingray all year. Bad. In fact, today you were talking about, you were like depressed.
Yeah.
So, today was pretty cool. A lot of you have been asking me, give us some specific tips about balancing family and work. And although I certainly don't have all the answers,
Today was a good example of taking advantage of the little opportunities. I had to do some work stuff tonight and had about a window of 90 minutes where if I wanted to, I could either do more work stuff or I could go out on the boat with my son. And we went out on the boat. He's been wanting to catch stingrays or skate, and they're a lot of fun when you catch them because they're so strong. And we got lucky. We found a whole pod of like 50 of them and had this awesome time. We both hooked up. It was just great. He loved it, and I could tell when I got home tonight just how jazzed up he was. It was only 90 minutes. It wasn't an all-day thing, and sometimes it's those little periods of time that can make all the difference. And tomorrow, I'm pretty excited because we're going to be going to an event in DC called Cadre, where Jay Baer and Tucker Max are going to be speaking to amazing thought leaders. But I just want to say a little bit about Cadre because about 5 years ago, I recognized that I had this growing online community, and I seemed to have a lot of digital relationships, but I felt something missing, and what I was missing was the offline relationships. And I just didn't have, outside of my family, I didn't have a lot of offline relationships with other professionals where I could talk about business and business ownership and sales or marketing or any of that stuff. And I met Derek Coburn, who was the founder of Cadre, and his group in DC changed my life. And I wish I could put it into words, but the simple point is that, it makes me think of a quote that says, "We are the average of the 5 people that we spend our most time with." And over the last few years, outside of family, the people that I spent the most time with are these amazing people at Cadre, and it has made all the difference.
What's interesting about tonight is a bunch of business owners, entrepreneurs, a lot of successful people, and a lot of them were asking me about this series, The Balance. A lot of people are struggling with this. They are struggling with work-life balance. They're struggling holding themselves up to this unrealistic bar of how hard do I grind? How much do I hustle? How successful do I need to be? And I'm telling you what, it's this issue of comparing ourselves to others is destroying a lot of families, and it's destroying, I'm not going to mince words here, it's destroying lives. And somebody asked me tonight, they said, "Marcus, how do you not, what's the biggest key to not having this problem, to not feeling like you've got to work 14 hours a day?" Because this dude he's just overworking himself to death, and he was really enthralled with this conversation we were having once he heard what we had going on here with this show and what I'm trying to portray. And I told him, I fundamentally believe the biggest key to not falling into that trap is our ability to stop comparing ourselves with other people, because that is the killer. That is the thing that causes us to never feel content, to reach a state of I'm happy. because we're constantly seeing, and that's the problem. This social media creates this idyllic society that doesn't exist. And I love social media, but 99% of what's posted is the good. So we have these false impressions of really how incredibly perfect these people's lives are. It's not the case. I talked to incredible people tonight, and many of them are suffering in some way, struggling in some way. And these are people that, by the world's view, are ultra successful. You know. So that to me is the purpose of this conversation that we're having. Why I am documenting these things. As I've said before, I don't know where it's going, but I do know it's a conversation that needs to be had. I believe that it needs to be had.